NFL podcast where we have the referee, Charles Kane. Yes, he's always on point there, giving us flags. We got Dr. Roger, who's been on a roll. We got Deaf Jeff, who's come back from the dead. What's up, Jeff? I mean, he has come back with a vengeance. Uh-oh, the flags are coming out. We got Chris forever in her player closet. And then we want to welcome our very own, the Mr. Cool himself. The sexy is back, Mike Washington.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
Well, folk. Okay, Rosie, give it to us, or you and Mike. What was the scores?
Mike, you got it.
Do I have them? Y'all know what they were. So are we going with? Well, actually, I didn't tally up anything because it was only a few games, but we do know that a couple of people were 4-0. Who was 4-0 this week?
Jeff and I are 4-1 this week.
4-1. Okay.
If
you're including the college game, okay. Yeah. So y'all are 4-1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what am I? 3-2? Because I was 3-1, and then I lost.
Yeah,
the game.
I thought I picked the Seahawks and the Rams and the Broncos.
Well, I can tell you who you picked, so you got to worry about this. So in the Broncos and Bills game, of course, the Broncos won, and the only person that picked the Bills was Chris and Charles. Okay, all right. So okay, all right, and then in the Texans and New Orleans game, New England game, the only two people. Well, the only three people that picked the Texans was Chris and I, and also Charles. So Todd, Jeff, and Rosie all won that game. And then in the Seahawks game, in the Seahawks game, the only person that picked the 49ers was Chris. Everybody else picked the Seahawks, so you know how that turned out. And
we forget our guests. They didn't even show up today.
Yeah, that's why. Well, that's why they didn't show up, baby. They didn't show up because listen to me. Would you show up? Okay, all right. Then then with the Bears and Rams game, I picked the Rams. Charles picked the Rams, and Todd picked the Rams because we picked the Rams. So, and we know who won that game. So I told y'all last week Fingernails was going to play his last game.
I'm 3-2. Okay, I wasn't bad.
I was hot. I was on fire. I'm on Jeff territory right now.
Yeah. What 3-2?
No, 4. I picked all 4. I got all 4 right.
Wow.
Look
at that.
Yeah.
So now it's gonna get really interesting, folks.
Did you what college? Who you picked in the college game?
I forgot who I picked.
You forgot.
You remember who played last night? I thought I picked the Big Ten team. And shout out to Indiana for winning, everybody. Let's give a shout. The first time in the history, almost 100 and something years.
He still ain't tell you who he picked.
Exactly.
Well, he went to a commercial.
Yeah. Well, it was an interesting game. I like Miami because I don't know. And it's a weird story. We got to find out. I should have looked it up. But I thought I heard a couple of weeks ago when Miami was playing, I think Georgia, that Malachi Tony, if you guys don't know, he's supposed to be a senior in high school right now. So that's very impressive. Okay. He's supposed to be a senior in high school, but yet he's a freshman in college. So you can imagine if he was still in high school right now, nobody would be able to tackle that. That's probably why he's actually on the college level. But I think he went to another college first, and then Miami stole him. So that's why I was confused, because I was like, wait a minute, is
they bought him?
Well, yeah.
Well, it's good that these college guys are getting money now.
Most definitely. Oh, yeah. I'm 100% for that, man, because the colleges make big money off of Pepsi and Coke and Bank of America and Snickers. All these big corporations give these universities a lot of money. They've been doing it for years.
Yeah.
And I've always thought, even back before I even thought it would even be a realistic thing, I should tell my son, I said, man, college kids should get paid, because colleges make a lot of money, and the only person get paid is their coach. And so I always thought, I said, don't nobody come to see the coach. Don't nobody come to see the cheerleaders. Well, some people come to see the cheerleaders, but people are coming to see those athletes.
That's
And with
right.
that being said, I always thought that they should be paid because the next level is being paid. So they ought to get paid like a professional athlete, on that next level, but they should be compensated. In other words, their parents should want for nothing, especially if your son or daughter is a star athlete on that team. Now, the other athletes that make the team, everyone on the team should be paid. But then the star athletes, of course, they should be paid their worth because of their marketability. But
I think that's how they're doing it though.
yeah, that's how they're doing it now.
We said
that's how
back
they're
in the
doing
day
it now.
before they did.
Yeah. But before it was a reality.
At my house.
Jeff would have gotten paid. Your
Right.
brother would have gotten paid, by the way. And
Jeff would have been getting paid in high school if it was such a thing.
I mean, but
Wow.
let's give a shout out to Dr. Rogers' son, DJ.
Yeah.
Two of the young people that he actually helped develop play for Indiana, who won the national championship. Dr. Rogers, let's give a shout out to your son.
That's awesome. Did those two guys actually play? I'm not trying to be funny. I mean, did I miss something? Were they actually playing, or were they just on the team?
Oh, they were starters.
Oh, okay.
The best wide receivers, and Aiden Fisher was the best DB. Something in he got an award for something.
Okay.
So yeah, they're both key players.
Okay. That's what's up.
And
Right.
and Jeff, he used to be a coach. Jeff, you still coach still?
Nah, not anymore.
Yeah,
I
Jeff
coached
is
for 10
still. So I
years,
mean,
but I'm done.
anybody who coaches, I'm a coach. It's a labor of love, and it's a whole lot of stuff because you're developing constantly, and that's what people don't understand. So, like I said, we give a shout out to DJ. We're working with those young men to get them to that level.
Absolutely.
Because
And a real quick
progressing to the
backstory on him, Todd. I'm sorry to cut you
Yeah.
off, but quick backstory is he's been coaching probably the year he graduated high school. He had a coach who had played in the NFL. Who literally was on the Raiders staff this past year, Chris Beatty. So the year my son graduated
Mm.
school, the next year Chris Beatty put him on his coaching staff. Been coaching since he was 18 years old because his knowledge of football and football IQ was so high. That Chris Beatty brought him back to be an assistant coach the year after graduation.
Wow.
And so he's been coaching, developing kids in our area and from other areas. Kids come from Virginia Beach to play on his teams. They come from parents bring kids from all around to be a part of his teams because of his abilities. So shout out and backstory on that part too. I'm proud of my son.
Yeah,
No,
you
shout
need to
out.
be, and we're proud
That's
of
what's
you, making a difference in the community. And speaking of what's happening here, ready to do your picks, everybody? Broncos, Patriots, Seahawks, Rams.
Woo, let's go.
Uh-oh. The most excited person right now lost them all last week. So, Chris, we're going to start off with you. Broncos,
You ain't losing them all, Chris.
What was that again? The
We'll start
Broncos and
with
the
you.
Patriots?
Broncos, Patriots. Who do you have winning?
Well, I must go with the Patriots at this point.
And why?
Just because. I mean, at this point, I'm gonna go away from the animals and I'm gonna go with the human beings.
Oh man, big. I always pick after Big Jeff since I've been accused of picking Big Jeff's picks, but that's okay. I'm gonna keep it rolling. Jeff, who do you pick between the Broncos, Patriots?
Well, I'm going with New England, and I'm going with New England now because
Don't say it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you why I don't want you to say it yet.
Mm.
Because you stole my thunder. Because I was gonna tease Todd. Because Todd, who you gonna pick, Todd?
I was gonna pick the Patriots.
Okay, now why you
picking?
Okay, well, I mean, what? Yeah, I was gonna hear Jeff.
I know you was. You gonna wait to
this
see
is
what
why I'm
Jeff
picking
say.
the Patriots.
Don't
First
say
of
nothing,
all,
Jeff.
Bo
Go ahead.
Nix got hurt. Now Stidham
Okay, there you go.
is a better
Okay.
quarterback, and I think it can make. And that defense is a monster for the Broncos.
Hold back up for a minute.
Who's the better quarterback?
You said that they're back.
I think Stidham is a better quarterback than Bo Nix in this situation.
Then Bo Nix.
in this situation.
Wow.
Really?
Snapping.
I mean,
Why?
because he has
Well,
more. If you look at, because he has more experience. I'm not saying he's better per se, going the upside. I'm just saying at this time, hey, he's got a lot of experience in the NFL, and they just need a little bit of offense, and maybe
He
he's just
hasn't taken
enough to
a
make the
snap
win.
since 2023.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
He has a. Remember,
So
all
you
you
telling
gotta
me
do is win a game.
a guy that brought them all the way to this championship game,
Yeah.
his backup quarterback is going to be a better quarterback in this situation. So
In this situation,
here's the last part of the question. So let's just say if you could be a fantasy coach tonight, would you sit Bo Nix down for this quarterback?
oh heck no.
Well, what are you talking about?
Because he's got to get that experience. He got to get his reps in. I'm just saying it just so works out that he may have enough offense to really give the Patriots a little blues here, because that Broncos defense is awesome.
Yeah, they are.
That defense is ferocious, and they're playing at Mile High, and you know that's a whole different ball game when you play at Mile High in that thin air and stuff. On top of that, so you know what I'm saying, they may have just enough to say, hey, you know, he doesn't have the nerves, you know, that a young quarterback may have, or because you don't know what you're going to have when you're that young. You know what I'm saying? You know, you can play lights out, or you can play.
Are you talking about Drake May or Bo Nix? Who are you talking about?
Because Drake May,
because Bo Nix been playing in the element of that high elevation. So I don't know if you meant to say what you just said. You said, and they're playing that high elevation.
Yeah, the high elevation. Yeah, the high elevation up there.
I understand, but I missed you because are you talking about the Broncos or the New England
I'm talking
Patriots?
about the Broncos in this situation with the steady quarterback. You have a chance of winning.
Okay.
You know, the Patriots, this is his first time at this level, Drake May, at this level stuff. Like I said, I think he's a better quarterback, but you just don't know what young quarterbacks are going to do. Like the Texans, we know what CJ Stroud could do.
Yeah,
Todd.
and to CJ.
Yeah, CJ Stroud, we know he could be better, but you know, for some reason, sometimes the bright lights just flame you out as a young guy.
Okay, so you taking New England?
What I'm gonna say.
Okay,
the 4 teams that's in the championship, they all got a chance. That's why they did. But when you be realistic on what's going on right now, New England going win Sunday. The way they've been playing, I mean, they almost been playing like Indiana. I mean, I don't know why y'all don't see it, but I got them basically winning the whole thing.
That was a hard one.
You got the points?
Jeff had a hard time saying that out there. Like,
go to Vegas. Go to Vegas.
Look,
Chris said
I'm
got
gonna wait and see what goes on
that money
this weekend, and I'm gonna let y'all know who's gonna win the Super Bowl.
All right.
I already told y'all 2 weeks ago who was gonna be in the Super Bowl, and then everybody got on Big Jeff Cake, but I'm good with it. I can carry y'all. We good. Come on along.
Yeah.
Todd, y'all had Rams, y'all had Seattle, y'all had
I had people weren't even in it.
Everybody else.
The Rams are still in it. The Rams are still in it.
Rams are still in it.
So in closing, you pick New England, but you think this quarterback is going to be a better quarterback in the situation for the Broncos.
Just this situation, just because.
And so why are you taking New England?
Oh, because Vrabel, he can coach his butt off.
Okay, all right, okay.
Vrabel can coach his butt off. He's got his staff as a team, whatever. He's a great coach.
Okay. Well, I'm taking New England.
And
I'm taking New England strictly on the fact that Bo Nix got hurt. If Bo Nix was playing, I was taking the Broncos.
Oh man,
I agree with that.
I agree, Mike.
I agree. I'm going with New England because the Broncos doesn't have the it factor with Bo Nix. He's a gambler. He takes shots. It ain't got nothing to do with the air, Todd. It didn't seem like the air bothered the team, although they lost last week. Didn't seem like the air bothered them. You know. And New England got the full package. You know, that backup quarterback gonna see a defense that they gotta contend with. You know, and plus Stephon Diggs is gonna be in his second game after coming back. So he might be a little more ready to do some stuff. So I'm going with New England.
All right. Dr. Rogers, who you going with?
Patriots. I've always had them going far. So
Oh, look at her. She's saluting her country, everybody.
Super Bowl, you know it, you know it, you know it.
All right. So now we're going to go with the real interesting game. The Seahawks and the Rams. Dr. Rogers, who you going with?
Well, I know the Seahawks, they rested and they came out there raring to go and they played some ball. Okay. I got to give it to them. They played some ball. But I'm gonna stick with my original prediction was that the Rams and the Patriots would be in the Super Bowl. So I'm going to be hoping that somehow the Rams slow down those Seahawks, and I'm going to go with the Rams.
Ooh. Charles, who you going with?
Rosie gave me some food to think about because I've been going with the Rams, and I think I'm going to continue to go with the Rams because you can't count Matthew Stafford out.
Right.
Even with a bad back, you can't count him out. And if I don't care how good the defense is, it seems like if he's on. He has that it factor to know how to win. So I'm gonna go with the Rams.
Mike Washington, who you going with?
Well,
believe it or
not, I'm gonna go with the Seahawks because I think their quarterback is just as capable as Stafford in this situation. Both of them are vets in this situation. And I really like Seattle's defense. One thing for sure, the Rams coach is just, always thinking out of the box. And I haven't seen anybody, even last week, even though he didn't get that many catches, he got some important catches. Nobody can check
number 12.
That's right. Puka Nakua. But against my better judgment, I'm taking Seattle.
Ooh, okay. All right, Big Jeff, you're up next, man. Who you going with?
Oh, I'm going with the Hawks. Okay.
You already know that, right?
He's going with the Hawks. Okay.
Super Bowl.
Yeah. Yep.
All right then.
So you're trusting Sam Donaldson to have another good game because he's always due for
he's always due to lay an egg somewhere. Ask Minnesota. Egg shows
I'll tell
up.
you what. If the Rams win, I'm gonna tell you something right now. That means he done threw 5 touchdowns. Okay, because ain't no way that's gonna happen on that defense. It ain't.
That defense is
that Seattle defense is ferocious. If they step up, it's going to be a nightmare for the Rams. But
with that being said, who are you taking, Todd?
It's going to boil down to coaching too.
Yeah, and I like Sean. I like Sean McVay. I really and Matthew Stafford because Matthew Stafford.
Just say the Seahawks. So that's what you got. Okay.
Who you got, Todd?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I didn't even say. I was going to say the Rams.
He already heard.
I was going to say the Rams, but he said Seattle. You know what I'm saying? Sam Darnold is due to lay an egg at some point. I don't know if it's going to be the Super Bowl or here.
Okay.
But he's due to lay one, and the Rams defense is good enough to make him start one. Okay. I'm going because I really like the Seahawks, but I'm going to go with the Rams.
Okay.
Just because I think that defense, he always does this. He plays like lights out, and then he just lays an egg in the game. So, Chris, who you going with?
Wow. I think I'm gonna go with the Seahawks, but I think I said the Rams before. But what difference does it make? I'm just gonna do the Seahawks.
Oh, y'all in trouble. She picked the Seahawks.
Well, it's 2 animals here. And
I know, right?
So I figured, you're gonna be confused with this animal thing because you said you weren't
taking
animals anymore. You're taking human beings.
But anyway. I'm gonna do the Seahawks.
A bird versus a mammal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
And guess what? Who can see the most out here?
That's right. There you go.
Huh?
Yep.
There you go.
Yep.
The Hawks.
The Rams on the ground.
There you
Seahawks
go.
in the air.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay?
that's my
but
rationale.
the Rams
So
know how
Sam
to
Donald
swim.
Sam
The
Donald, he gonna see
Seahawks
more
going
wide
down
open
land.
players. He gonna see more wide open players, and I'm telling you, they gonna beat them. But I'm telling y'all right now, New England winning the whole thing.
Okay.
Oh,
You know what?
Charles, did you select yet?
Yeah, I selected the Rams.
Oh, the Rams. Okay.
Yeah, the
okay.
Rams. The Rams know how to swim. The Seahawks can't. They can't stay on land too long.
We
Okay.
fly high.
Like
Fly
I
high.
said, Darnold always lays an egg at some point in these playoffs. It's just what he
Okay.
does.
Yeah,
What they told me,
he's
but what they
up.
told me, you don't have to be on the land, but 60 minutes. So we gonna see.
We're
So
gonna
three,
see.
so three Hawks and three Rams. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
It's split down the middle, folks. It's gonna be
Okay.
interesting.
Somebody gonna get rammed up the rear.
Okay.
so going off of that. So, anybody see anything interesting so far this week that really caught your attention?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Talk to us, Mike.
What my attention was, I told y'all that Caleb Williams was gonna play his last game that past weekend. Now I'm gonna tell you something. You know, I didn't even move when he backed up. It was funny because I really thought he was going to throw the ball and it's just going to sail out of bounds.
Mm-hmm.
When it ended up, I kind of chuckled because I was like, "That's funny," because Jeff said, "Wow, man, that dude got an arm," and I was laughing because I told you I never took away that he was an athlete. The boy is an athlete, point blank. But you can't. I mean, with my age right now, you can't play with me if you're going to infect other players because of your attitude. And when I was a kid, I used to hear coaches say that all the time. I'm like, what? I was like, man, crazy, man. That dude can play, man. But he was like, hey, he's sitting on the bench because he got an attitude. I was like, man, this dude is crazy. Now I understand what he's talking about. And so really, I'm being serious. I mean, because anybody that know me will tell you, I'm always for the brothers and especially the quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And I hope and pray that this league either toughens him up and lets him see, hey man, I got away with a lot of stupid childish stuff when I was in the little league in high school and even in college. And it don't work like that in the pros, because see, when you was a kid, okay, on every level. Man, you talking about people, man, these dudes, this their job. They got fam. I'm taking care of my kid. Hey man, what you doing, man? You about to make me mess up my paycheck. I can't take care of my family. So that's why you have to have a different type of mindset when you're a professional athlete. It ain't about you no more. You know what I mean? And so I give him a way to go on that last Hail Mary pass. Ironically, to their number 85, the same way when we played them, JD5 threw it to our number 85, which won't be with us next year. That's another story. But all in all, I watched him and I picked him the week before. Y'all know I picked him the week before. This past week, I was like, nah, I can't go with you again, Slim, because I already know what you're gonna do. You got past that first round, but this was a very important game and the best team won, I would say. Let's just say that.
Hey, anybody else see anything interesting this week? Great point there, Mike.
Well, I saw something this week, I think, that took referee Charles Kane over the edge. I think it was in that Bills and Broncos game, right? With that play, wasn't that the game where the play was the receiver was getting the ball, but then when they rolled, the came up with the ball.
Yeah,
right. He stole the ball.
Yeah. So that time right there, our text was lighting up. I thought, I was gonna have to send rescue over to referee Kane's house because he got pretty uptight about that call. Did you talk to Eugene about that call at all?
Nah, I ain't talked to Eugene. I should have had him on. And I saying that's correct. The referee is holding the whistle.
Right.
a lot of plays are already dead. They're holding. You never seen plays just get extended. They're allowing people to push people all the way down the field. If that was a quarterback throwing the ball and they rush and they say in the grass, you know, but they can push somebody all the way down the field. You can enter, the man can receive the ball, hit the ground, they rolling over, and the other person comes up with the ball. Come on now, where's the whistle? He's already down by contact, the ground.
Well,
so
you know what, Charles?
Now,
I'm sorry.
I think what it was is he had not completed the catch.
Absolutely. And on that note, Charles, you know, when it first happened, the first thing I thought was, I was like, oh, ho. Ball goes to the receiver. Anytime it's a tie, the ball goes to the receiver. Now, what they showed though was in fast motion, dude never had control of it. They went down together and the defensive man came up with it. He never had full control. He didn't take the ball out of his hand after he was down. He took the ball out of his hand and they was going down together. Now watch this. So when they do it in fast motion, it's great play. Great defensive play. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm all for the receiver. Defensive backs get on my nerves. Only defensive back I used to like was Sean Taylor. Sean Taylor knock your head off, clean hits, knock your head off. These defensive backs right now, they too touchy-feely for me. You know what I mean? I'm talking about, you know, first of all, I see my brother because when Jeff played quarterback, we used to go out and mess with the kids all the time. You know, we would be working out, and on our way back to his house, we would see a couple kids out there, whatever and all, and they would see me and Jeff. They'd be like, "Oh man, can we play with y'all?" And we used to take them straight to the bond. And y'all, as old schools, y'all know what I'm talking about. You know. And my thing is, a defensive back can't read your mind. Okay, so you don't know I'm gonna run down to this car, and as soon as I get to the end of it, I'm gonna stop and turn around and start running back towards Jeff. All you know is I'm trying to stay with him. So what happens is usually what people do is when you fake them out like that, they want to grab you. They want to grab you because they've lost their balance, or they about to fall, or they trying to slow you down from running past them, or you know. And so with all that being said, I think that defensive backs should have to run with me. If you can stay with me, and I cut to do a down and out, or I'm doing a post or flag or fly, if you can stay with me, cool. But all that grabbing in my shoulder pads, pulling my jersey up underneath my arm, hand, slapping my hand, all that is that is pass interference. But that dude played that ball well, and in a situation like that, Charles, what I learned is the referee is going to let the guys play because you know it's that time of the season where it's like they're not gonna call a call like that. But in slow motion, you're right, because they always say that the offensive man, if it's a tie ball, it goes to the offense. But that was only in slow motion. Fast motion, that dude was on that thing, man. So that's how I saw it. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm usually
he was taking the ball out of his hand on the way down. We couldn't see it from the backside camera, but when they was rolling around, when they came up, that's why he had the ball so quick, because he actually was taking it out of his hand on the way down.
Right.
And both of them rolled over, and he just happened to the defensive man just happened to get it. But I mean, they let the defensive player now put their hands all on the receiver, so. You know.
But they did it in the college game last night too.
Yes, indeed, they did. They did a lot of that.
There was a lot of fighting in that game.
A lot of holding.
Well, just like Mike said, though, you know, that was a big game. You know, them kids in college, they play all season for that one particular game that we saw the other night. And when they get in that game, the referee let more things go than they would in regular season.
Absolutely,
that's just the way they do it.
Absolutely. Although I enjoyed it, even on Miami's big run, it was a lot of holding up in that to get that boy to that level, and I was like, wow, that's crazy when they show it, because see, most people are looking at the replay, they're watching the runner. I'm watching the lineman. I'm like, wait a minute, man, look at that grab right there. Look at that whole. I said, but they ain't call it. So I guess, I mean, you know, I guess I don't know what I'm looking at, you know.
But you know, we all know on the panel, we all watch football and know football to know that it's a holding every play.
Every play.
Yeah.
Every
Every
play.
play. It's just whatever they're gonna call.
Right.
And when they're gonna call it.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's
I
right.
mean, did you all see anything else interesting this week that really caught your eye?
More interesting than we already saw?
Yeah, more interesting than what you already saw.
I saw the Seahawks come out and played like lights out for everything. They came out rolling. That was almost like a slaughter. When the Seahawks came out, they had that week off. They came out ready to play some ball.
They were healthy and they were ready to go, and they showed out. The one thing that caught my attention was you got rid of Raheem Morris, 8-8, and then you go get Stefanski, who hadn't had a winning season in 2 years, and the way he treated Shedeur Sanders, and we talked about it a whole lot. He had a losing record. You didn't get better, you downgraded. Even though he was coach of the year, you know what I'm saying? He hasn't done much since then, and you went to a worse thing. That really bothered me. Like, okay, I could understand if you went to a Sean McDermott. I could understand if you went even to a Mike Tomlin. I could understand if you went and got Harbaugh. But here you go get a dude who already has issues and he has hang-ups and hasn't done much in 2 years and had a losing record, and you go to a coach that had a winning record. It's kind of like what happened to the Raiders this year. Okay,
he went to Georgia, Todd. He went to Georgia.
Todd. Wow, are you a mind reader? And here's the thing. And here's the thing. Let's see what he's going to do, because Michael Penix is also got that melon in the skin.
Is he really brown?
Who? Michael Penix?
Is he really brown?
So I want that's funny. So I want to see how he treats Michael Penix, when he gets down there. I mean, that's what I want to see. But anyway, but yeah, you're right, Charles. He went down to and I'm gonna tell you something though. Contrary to what we talking about, man, Jeff can tell you, because he's been in that stadium before. Man, Atlanta got a lot of black fans. I'm telling you right now. But shoot, I think the same fans that the Georgia Bulldogs have, the Atlanta Falcons have. I'm telling you right now.
Oh yeah.
Because at one time, didn't they play in the same stadium?
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
in Georgia Dome.
Yeah,
the Georgia Dome.
I thought that was really crazy when I saw that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
yeah,
really? I mean, because like I said, look what happened to Pete Carroll this year. They should have kept Antonio Pierce.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he was in Vegas. They can't afford, that's the gambling district. And we're losing, and everybody betting on us losing.
Exactly.
We got to get out of here.
Pete Carroll got worse. It didn't make it better.
Well, he made a wrong team. Here's food for thought. I don't know if y'all look at that. Sean McVay is a coach. And Sean McVay reminds me of Joe Gibbs as far as offense, his offensive thinking. And you got to remember, this guy was hired as the youngest coach. And he ain't been in the league now. Next year be 9 years. But out of all the years, he has done nothing but one. Think about it. He was the youngest coach to win the Super Bowl.
Was he younger than Mike Tomlin? I thought Mike Tomlin was the youngest, but Mike Tomlin was the youngest, and then McVay came in. And he was even younger.
McVay was 30 years old.
Oh, wow.
He's only 39. And he has done nothing but win.
Exactly.
If you check out his record, he won the Super Bowl.
Yep, the youngest coach to win the Super Bowl, 36.
And he didn't have the record for the most playoff wins. You got to think about him. He's an offensive genius. He don't. And his defense has not been the best. So I think that's something you got to look at. And I know Jeff going with New England all the way out, but I don't think you can count Sean McVay and count Stafford, because Stafford has nothing to lose but to go out as a winner.
Because he almost didn't make the team this year with the
I mean,
contract negotiations that were
because of his
going on.
back.
Yeah,
So we picked
And plus he's giving Detroit something to think about in that trade.
a lot to think about.
Isn't there another game we got to pick on?
No.
No, that's it.
Yes,
Unless you can pick on the Detroit Pistons winning the NBA championship. Sorry, Wizards fans. There ain't nothing to watch right now. But
yeah, you got that right. Ain't nothing to watch.
Oh, my bad. I was looking at that everybody picked New England. I was
Hey,
thinking,
Todd, you sure you wasn't a boxer? Because you like to throw jab.
I like that, Jeff.
Hey,
like
Jeff,
that, Jeff.
you say I did a fade off though. You see that? I faded right off of that. I was like, hey man, anybody think what you talking about?
But he always get the uppercut at the end, Jeff.
Well, I tell you what, here's my comeback to that. What day is the game? Sunday?
Yeah, both games are Sunday.
Okay,
Both
no, I'm not
games
gonna do it like that.
Both games Sunday.
Well, good. Todd can watch both games. I can see.
No, the pastor might be over his house.
But you know,
Nah.
but you know what's really interesting? What do you guys think before we get to the 2-minute drill? What do you guys think about Robert Saleh becoming the Titans head coach? I thought that was very, very weird. He didn't do well up there in the Jets.
Mm-hmm.
Did they sign him?
Yeah, looks like they signed him.
Is he white?
He hired Saleh for.
Is he white?
Turn the franchise around. Yeah. Well, no,
exactly.
No, he's not really. He's
he not.
What is not really?
Let me tell you something.
If ain't nothing else in him, he white.
Right. And let me tell you something, man. You're gonna get me started because I used to do a podcast with some other friends and we they used to get on me all the time because they would say, okay, let's write down our quarterback list. And then I would turn mine and it was like, every quarterback on here is black. I was like, so my thing is when it got to the point where they started shuffling around all these different coaches, do y'all remember that the Colts one year coach had no experience. He didn't coach little league. He didn't coach high school. He never coached college level, and they hired him as a pro coach, and that made me so head coach, and that made me so mad. I was like, they had qualified black coaches that had coached, on different levels, and this dude had never been a coach. He was just a player. I was like, hey man, but watch this. But that just goes to show you that's what they do, man. They help each other. So that dude that owned the Colts said, I can hire him, and that's what I'm gonna do. I don't care what y'all. He already knew he could catch some flack because that was a big time story. But my point just saying that is just Todd, they're gonna get a job, man. You know what I mean? And hands down, they're gonna get a job. They'll take a black head coach and make him an offensive defensive coordinator. You know what I mean? Instead of putting him on another team and making him a head coach, he'll have to take a step down. You could take now. I'm even going my team. So let's see what happens. Everybody's like, oh, Mike Watts, dude is pretty good. He was good. He's made a name for himself. But so our offensive coach, our quarterback coach is going to be our offensive coordinator. You move them up to offensive coordinator. Now, all these qualified offensive coordinators that's already there, already, and this dude moved up from just being but they say, I think even Jeff might have told me that quarterback coaches are really working with the offensive coordinators, and that's why the quarterbacks on different teams are so sharp because you're not just a quarterback coach; you're actually working with the team.
But you're gonna fire. You're gonna whatever happened to Kingsbury, however he left. You're gonna still use someone on that staff making those similar calls and stuff. The thing I struggle with is you got Brian Flores who can coach his butt off. I still believe in Eric Bieniemy, and guess what? He's back at Kansas City as the offensive coordinator, folks.
Yeah,
Wow.
Eric Bieniemy is
They
And they
back.
picked
haven't
they
been
picked
the
they
same
picked him
since
up.
he left.
Yeah,
He's
back.
been he's already there.
Yeah, they brought him back as the offensive coordinator. So
So
they
he was
brought
there
him
the
back.
whole season?
No,
No.
for next year. For next
Oh,
year.
right. Okay, I got you. Right.
Now,
Right.
now,
You
now
know,
the gentleman going to the Titans. If you watch the game, TV tells you a lot. Why they keep showing San Francisco defense coordinator? They just literally kept getting shots of him on the sideline. Wasn't like San Francisco defense was doing such a great job. So they was telling you right now. Now Todd didn't mention that he's going to the Titans. They knew. They already knew. So let me put his face. Let me get his face out there some more. And what do you think about the Dolphins? No, I'm going back to what Mike said. And I have to take my hat off to Washington. We always pick the next good head coach. And it's always an offense coordinator. You go to Minnesota, their head coach was with DC. I think he was a quarterback coach for a minute. He didn't become the offense coordinator. So I think this guy is going to be a difference maker as an offense coordinator. I'm not sure who they're bringing in as a defense coordinator. You know. But the Titans coach, I don't know why they picked him as there was a lot of other players,
if you
people
go
out
pick
there.
and go to your point there, and before we get to the 2-minute drill, let's just be real, folks. You got Flores, who did a very good job with the team that was supposed to tank, and those guys were balling down there in Miami Dolphins. Hasn't been the same since. He's up there in Minnesota. I mean, the dude has turned that whole defense around where nobody really wants to play that defense. Now the offense is another thing, and he don't even get a sniff at a chance. You know
I
what I'm
think
saying?
he's going to 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 the Raiders.
I mean,
Who?
the Raiders can't go
Flores.
any
Flores?
from there.
Yeah.
Flores, 'cause at least your
Well-
defense is going to play good. I thought they should have put, and I go back to what I'm saying before. What they should have done was pick Flores as the head coach and Eric Bieniemy as the offensive coordinator, and you're going to win games.
For who?
The two,
For the Raiders.
whatever
The
team,
Raiders?
whatever team needs it,
Oh,
that's
yeah?
what I would have done as a GM. I would have said, I want you two guys to get along. I know you both can coach. And guess what? We're gonna start winning a lot of games here soon.
Now, I wouldn't have said that. Flores shouldn't be saying, "I want you." No, Eric
No,
Bieniemy.
I'm saying
He needs
I
to
would
get
do that as a
along with
GM.
Flores. He's a head coach material. He's been a head coach.
That's what I'm saying. Eric Bieniemy's the head coach. I mean, not Eric Bieniemy, but Flores is the head coach, and Bieniemy would be the offensive coordinator.
Right. So he needs to get along with Flores.
Yeah.
Eric Bieniemy.
Right.
I mean, don't come in there and say, "I'm just as good as you." No, you ain't. You ain't been a head coach.
Yeah, like I said, that's what I would have done for my team, and I think they would have kicked butt. Now,
Can I now wait a minute? Now, just one little thing.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the game last night. So now we know, of course. I think right now would the Raiders be the first to select, or would it be the Jets?
Yes.
The
The
Raiders.
Raiders got
Raiders, and they probably will get
Mendoza.
right
Mendoza.
as their quarterback, right?
Because Tom was on the sideline saying, I got a piece of the Raiders. You coming here?
Right.
Yeah, hey, you might be right, Charles.
What the Raiders should have done was pick Shadur Sanders, but that's a whole nother subject for another time.
Hey, there you go with them emotions. Let's stay here now.
Right. So
not the past.
Right. So that was pretty cool last night for Indiana to end up being 16-0, first college team to ever do something like that. My reason for being with Miami was several. They produced a lot of great athletes, and a lot of them played with us. And that's not just it. But last night, I was watching that guy, and I purposely said number 10 Malachi Tony, because I wanted y'all to pay attention to him. You know, that kid was really supposed, I was telling Jeff earlier, and some of y'all might already know, but that kid's really supposed to be in high school. He's supposed to be a senior in high school. And I mean, in other words, he has the eligibility to be a senior in high school. Now, you watched him last
You're
night.
acting like a senior tonight too.
Yeah, if you watch him tonight, that dude would have broke all kind of records if he stayed in high school. You know what I mean? You know, so I'm glad that someone moved him on, because that guy would have been held back if he'd have been a senior. But just to show you, you know, what kind of qualifications and skills that guy possesses as a kid, young enough to be a freshman. I mean, a senior in high school. He's actually a freshman in college, and playing the way he's playing lets you know the kind of skills he has. You know, because I was watching a program one day, and the linebacker for the he's actually our linebacker coach right now. Played with Dallas Cowboys. What's the guy? His father was a boxer. What's our linebacker coach right now? What's his name?
You're talking about the
yes,
his father was a
no,
boxer.
Ken Norton Jr.
Ken Norton Jr.
Right.
Oh.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
So now remember, he was a linebacker for the Dallas Cowboys. But I remember him being interviewed one day, and they was talking about a local kid right around the corner from here that played at Flowers. They said, man, this boy could actually skip going to college and just go right into the NFL. And so he was like, I wish he would. He said, he said, man, this is a man's game. He said, kids need to go through college. He said, basketball and football is two different kinds of sports when you're talking about going from high school to the pros. And so I wouldn't allow my son as now, if he was a lineman, I might say, hey man, y'all think his skills are good enough to go to the pros? Okay, well, they're gonna make a man out of him. But as a running back, you're not gonna break my son up. You're not gonna be busting him up, because that's a whole different position, and you could ruin him for his life, as opposed to, you know, you talking about a big, thick-boned dude that's big enough to play on the line or whatever the case may be. So back to Malachi Tony. I just take my hat off to him, man, because the kid played well last night, and so he has a lot of good years ahead of him, that's for sure. And but last night, man, you know, the boy played like he might have been a sophomore or junior or something, man. I mean, you know, so
he played like he gonna be the runner up for the Heisman Trophy before
yes,
it's
sir.
all over with.
Yep. And thank you for saying that, because I'm telling you, man, that dude got some skills.
Yeah. So you know, folks, as we're coming up to the minute here, getting to the 2-minute drill. Charles, flip the coin.
Before I flip the coin, let's stay on this issue of color. We got all these vacancies. Will there be a black coach get one of these jobs? Will there be a black man to get a job as a head coach? You got Miami, you got the Raiders, you got the Cardinals, you got the Browns, you got Baltimore, you got Buffalo. We forget about a black man being in Buffalo.
Yes, indeed.
I don't even think he want to go.
I don't think that's exactly Jeff.
Unless he's interim.
You know. So and we got qualified ex-coaches, head coach. Anytime Cleveland person can get a job just like that and did a poor job, and a black coach can't even get an opportunity.
Well, you might not understand the strategy why they got him coming down there in Atlanta. I want them to look just like they did up in Cleveland,
Cleveland,
so they can get some more
draft
players.
choice.
Yeah, okay. Stefanski.
But don't be surprised if y'all see Neon Sanders as a head coach in the NFL.
That would be really good for.
That's going to be the sleeper.
Okay.
Wow.
Absolutely. He ready to come out of Buffalo, Colorado.
You know, because
don't be surprised if he coaching his son.
That would be good for the NFL and for his son. But you know, the Tennessee Titans got Saleh, Miami Dolphins got Halfley, who's the defensive coordinator for the Packers. Tennessee, and so New York Giants got Harbaugh, and of course Stefanski right now is the coach for Atlanta. Like they downgraded, so you know, let's hope he doesn't ruin Penix Jr.
He will.
So with that in mind, who flipped the coin there, Charles?
All right, here we go. You want to call it, Todd?
Heads.
Heads it is.
Okay, I defer to Mike.
Okay, I'm glad you did, buddy. So here we go. So my 2 minutes is going to be jumping on the bandwagon of what Jeff just said. Big Jeff, I never thought about that. Ladies, I don't know if y'all even understand the I guess the excitement that would be, because you know Shador has only had his father as a coach. You know, he coached him through Little League, high school, and then in college. And it's funny that is a vacancy, you know, and that would blow my mind if they, because you know, this don't mean nothing, but the last 2 or 3 games, maybe more than that, I might not have been paying attention, but the last 2 or 3, maybe 4 games, Dion was sitting right up in the booth, you know, watching his son, you know what I mean? You know, and I don't know if they had invited him there, or what the case may be. I thought it was just dope that he was there watching his son, you know what I mean? You know, and you know, and how cool that would be to have your son down there as a pro. You know what I mean? I mean, just understand that. I don't know if somebody's going to pick his other son back up again. I don't know if they're going to work on his skills or what, but we all knew that Shador had the most skills. So that's going to be interesting. So that's going to be my 2 minute. Let's see if Neon Dion is actually picked up as a head coach, and particularly the head coach for the Cleveland Browns. Wow. What a excitement and season that would be to see him there doing that.
Well, you know, mine is going to be real quick. You know, I knew someone that was a former Detroit in some way was going to make it to the next game, which is the NFC Championship here. And it just happens either was our former offensive coordinator, Ben Johnson, or was going to be our former quarterback, who may be going to another Super Bowl, Matthew Stafford. And, you know,
Charles, I'm going to get a flag real quick. He always got to be to throw some kind of lion thing in there, some kind of way.
Look what I'm wearing.
They ain't even got no tie, but anyway, go ahead, man.
I mean, you know, what other Commanders thing that you can put right now that's still in there? But we won't go there. But, you know.
Sean McVay.
That's right. Thank you, Charles. Thank you, Charles.
That one, all we do is win.
The Detroit Lions. But that's okay. Staying with that theme there, when you really look at this, you know, I lost my thought there on that one. Thanks, Mike.
Yeah, because
everything up, man. You just did a personal foul on me, but that's okay. That's all right,
you was making a comparison to say that you was trying to figure out who was going to take charge and keep y'all's name alive going into the Super Bowl. Was it going to be Ben Johnson, or was it going to be your former quarterback? And then I interrupted you because you had to say something about them Lions. But go ahead.
I mean, but when you look at the organization, Matthew Stafford was able to get away from the Lions without the Lions forcing him to retire as a Lion. And when you look at Barry Sanders and Calvin Johnson's uniform, not having that opportunity, that kind of, you know, it brings some elements here that something ain't right. That Barry Sanders didn't get a chance to try for a Super Bowl team. That Calvin Johnson, as great as he was, remember Matthew Stafford, you know, he made him better. You know, didn't get a chance.
Made who? Barry Sanders?
Barry Sanders didn't get a chance to go to the Washington.
But he didn't play with Matthew Stafford.
No. Hold on. Just hear me out here. What I'm saying is Barry Sanders never got a chance as a Lion to play for a Super Bowl caliber team. Calvin Johnson didn't get that chance either. However, Matthew Stafford got that chance. You know, and I'm happy for Matthew Stafford getting a new place, whatever. But what if Barry Sanders had that possibility? What if Calvin Johnson had that possibility? And you know, you still see some things like that. And like I said, those are the kind of things that Detroit, you know, we got to. I'm glad you took care of Matthew Stafford, but can we take care of everybody else? You know, now that we got a so-called winning team here, a winning culture here, I hope they keep it going. But to keep it going, you got to take care of your players. But that's my 2 minutes.
Todd, I'm gonna throw a flag on your 2 minutes.
Okay.
You talking about Barry Sanders? Barry Sanders didn't want to play for nobody.
Right.
If you remember, Barry Sanders
away from the game.
He walked away from the game at a very young age. He had an opportunity to throw himself out there to go to another team. He didn't want to play football anymore. He said, I'm not getting beat up like this. I'm going to take my money and run.
He
take my career and run.
He lost a lot of knees there during that time frame playing for the Lions.
Yeah, but he didn't want to play for anybody. Nothing stopped him from being traded. They really thought he stopped too early in his career.
He was done. Felt like he was done.
He was done. He was tired of playing. I mean, you know,
he was tired. And the same thing with Calvin Johnson. If you remembered him, he could have played some more. He decided to say, I ain't playing for nobody else either. I'm gonna take my money, sit home, and do it. And he had already broke records. So you got the L on for the right reason when you say Lions. Some of that stuff you're lying because it's not true.
Okay, Charles.
And I just want to give
that's
one
not
shout
the
out
word
to
in
the
Detroit,
ladies.
But that's okay.
Rosie and Chris, y'all keep our Sundays and Saturdays going. I'll be watching. Trust me, I see every comment, and it's funny that y'all said, thank y'all for basically what he was saying was finding something to make Mike respond to. I laugh at everything y'all be saying. I laughed at that Todd's not showing up. I laugh when Charles throws his stuff in. I laugh at Chris and Rosie comments. It's funny as I don't know what to watch y'all commenting on the games. A lot of times I'm too mad because I'm thinking about, you know, why did that happen and why is this happening, or whatever the case may be. So I'm watching the game and watching y'all. I'm laughing. But remember, I'm always behind y'all because I'm watching on streaming. And so y'all see what I'm going to see 5 minutes before I see it. So sometimes I look over to the bed, I'm like, I don't want to see what happened. So y'all saw Caleb Williams throw that touchdown before I did. I didn't know what happened, but I saw my phone flick, 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 flick. Everybody. I saw Charles' name, Jeff's name, Rose's name. Chris. I was like, something just happened. Either he got sacked or he threw an interception. And when I saw him throw the touchdown, I was like,
right.
What? You know what I mean?
Right.
And Chris, girl, go ahead. Every show you be representing. Goodness gracious. I'm telling you.
Mike, you know, Jeff really made us step up he made us step up our social media presence in them texts because he started finding the funniest. That last one breaking up that table. Oh my God.
Oh my God. I'm telling you right now.
That last one, they banging on the table.
I'm telling you right now. You know, I'm sorry, Todd. I was gonna say two things. I think I already told Charles, and maybe y'all already know how to do. You might know how to do it already too, Todd. But all your little emojis that have hand signals and everything, all you gotta do is hold on it and slide it to the left or right, and it'll show you all the different melon tone colors, and then you'll end up getting that brown color. So you can do that. And if you have an iPhone and you go and hit the plus button and then come down to your images, y'all can find some pictures and things too. It's in there. But Jeff finds the funniest one. I mean, because he used to kill me with this little Asian boy laughing. I would say something crazy, and he would send his little Asian boy. I was like, where did he get his Asian boy? Where did that picture come from, right? And so he said, Mike, it's in your images, So if you go to your images, all those different things, and then just type in. If you don't see what you want, you type it in. Type in kids dancing, dogs.
Yeah, that's all. Basically, that's all you got to do. Is type
you know what I mean. Yeah,
what you want.
right. If you want something representing your team, just type in extreme cowboy fan or cowboy fan going crazy, like what So if y'all get an interception and it wins the game, you want something that show the Dallas Cowboy fan going crazy, just type that in. Sometimes it'll tell you it's not available.
A baby looking like grandma.
Baby,
I know, right?
Now wait a minute. That's Sharon's cousin, little daughter. No, I'm kidding.
I'm like,
So with that in
no, I'm
mind,
about to say,
everybody,
Man, I'm
what
sorry.
a cute baby.
I'm sorry. Hey, Todd, I saw that picture and I saw her hair. I heard her hair combed to the side like a grown lady. I said, and that look, she looking because the whole picture is she's sitting on the hood of a car.
Oh.
So when I first saw it, I was like, that baby probably saying, whose idea was it to sit me in this hot car and comb my hair like this? And so and the picture kept getting smaller and smaller and smaller. So now all it is just the baby body and face. But if you see the full picture, she's sitting on the hood of a car, and that hood could be hot. I don't know. And so but it's funny as I don't know what. So I don't know that little girl, but she's a funny girl. But anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Charles.
No, so as we get ready to close up, everybody, Chris Jackson, what are you doing this weekend?
Oh, I'm gathering snacks for the snowstorm that's being predicted for Saturday into Sunday. I don't know if we're gonna get a snowmageddon, but I'm gonna be ready. Yeah.
All you need is bread,
Are
milk, and
they
toilet
predicting
paper.
that? Are they really predicting
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
Inches.
Huh?
17 inches.
No way. In our area?
Yeah.
Oh man, I gotta go give me some snacks.
Saturday-
We was
Saturday,
fasting, but
Sunday.
I'm about to find. Well, what should I use as snacks to fast with, Charles?
So,
Never mind. I don't want.
I'm eating
rice and
these.
rice cakes.
I'm eating these.
Rice cakes, yep.
I'm eating
Twizzlers.
trail mix.
Trail mix.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, almonds, dry cherries.
Yeah, cranberries. all that.
walnuts,
Did you know
all
that's
that.
So
Oh,
Big Jeff, what are you doing this weekend?
Big Jeff
I
gonna
love
be
Tom.
watching football.
You go, Dr. Rogers, what you doing this weekend?
Well, if the snow don't snow too much snowing, then I will be hosting a 50th retirement party or something. I gotta get my act together, but that's what I'll be doing this weekend.
Okay.
Nice.
50 retirement party.
Comedy.
There you go. Mike, what you gonna be doing this weekend?
I'm gonna be laughing at y'all this weekend with y'all remarks and comments and pictures and everything that we do I enjoy that. I'm my brother and I and our family, we're still grieving, mourning the passing of my mom, but it's good to be around good people. Y'all make us laugh and smile, and I'm gonna be watching my father's back, because it's funny. My father's hot water heater went out yesterday. So we got it back in place. So that's why I'm so surprised. See, I didn't see the news because we had this foolishness court date, and then earlier this morning we was dealing with this hot water heater tank. So I did not know, and I guess I'll know when I go upstairs and watch the news tonight, that we are expecting. I mean, even if it's only 4 inches of snow, that's a lot of snow. But y'all talking about an astronomical amount. I mean, 12 inches is a foot. You said 17 inches. Now you talking about where you live at, Rosie?
No, for us it's 12 to 14. I think for you is a little bit more.
Good God have mercy.
Yeah.
Well, get the snow shoveler, snow blower going there.
Yes.
And
Todd, what are you doing this weekend?
That's a good question. I don't know what I'm doing this weekend.
Definitely watching the games, right?
Everything shuts down here when it snows.
sounds like whatever Swayla says is what you're doing this weekend.
Yeah.
It's gonna be snowing down there too.
I don't know. People are talking about it snowing here. Yeah.
Wow. And what date is it supposed to start?
But look,
Saturday
we get
night.
snow,
Saturday.
2 inches shuts us down.
Ooh-wee.
So
I gotta find out.
It don't take much to shut us down. So, like I said, that's the whole idea there. But, folks, I hope you enjoyed the show.
Let me give you a tip so you can make money down there because everything's shut down. While people are running to get snacks, won't you buy right now all the bread, milk, and toilet paper? Stack it in your garage and let people know that you got milk, bread, and toilet paper.
And be ready for ICE to show up.
ICE to show up? Yeah. All right, with that in mind, folks, we're going to see you next time on Give Us 2 Minutes We Done podcast. Bye.